Just before I start the rant, the rest of the DLC rant is in the first video, that's the one that's like 50 minutes long or something. It's a long one. But this is just the rest of the stuff that I didn't include, like the major DLC stuff. But anyway, enjoy. The COD Ghosts DLCs. There were thousands of them, and 1,000 DLCs. Well, I got to get into them. I'm going to start off with the guns. The DLC guns. There was 3 DLC guns. You had the Maverick, you had the Maverick A2, and you had the Ripper. All right, so I'm going to start from the top there. The Maverick was good and bad. The Maverick, I didn't mind it, but I never really used it either. Like, I used it, but there was something about it. It felt weird to shoot. It was bulky and heavy, and it was very slow on reloading, but it did have some good attachments, especially if you put extended mags. You would have a lot of bullets. I think you had like 50 bullets in it or something, so it had a big mag or something. I think maybe 45, I don't know, something like that. The Maverick A2, it was a sniper. It had that weird scope, but it was very powerful, instant kill thing. But that scope was weird. You couldn't tell where the center was. And it was just like you'd miss all your shots. And I didn't like the scope, but the gun was powerful. So I do partially rate it. I didn't have it in my classes, but when I did use it, I didn't mind it. Now the Ripper, oh my God, the Ripper. How much were the DLC guns? Like $7 or something, AU. The Ripper was OP. It was the best gun in the game, by far. The thing was a 2-in-1. You had an SMG, which you could switch to a AR as well. And it was just overpowered. The recoil was non-existent. The damage was OP. And the sight you could change while using the gun. The thing was very fast fire rate. It was very OP. I guess that's what you expect with the DLC. You pay money and you get this OP. It's unfair in the game. Like, you don't need that. Either add the Ripper in the game as a normal gun, part of the game, or don't have no bullshit DLCs. Like, that's just shit. Honestly, that's all the DLC guns. Now, the DLC maps. See, the DLC maps, they recycled some of them. All right? So, that... recycling the maps. They brought back some good maps, I got to say. But the maps were still big and stupid. Except for the ones they recycled. So, I'll get into it. All in list, all in order. So, you had Fog. Fog was a smaller size map. And I didn't mind Fog. Fog was actually decent. A lot of people didn't like it, but to be honest, I didn't mind it. I wouldn't say it was a great map, but I wouldn't say it was a bad one. That was actually, it was decent. I rate that map. It had that whole middle bit, had that weird house in the corner, and then you had like that cave area. I thought it was a cool map. It did look cool as well, but we're not here for looks. We're here for the theme and how the map plays out, and it played out decent. You know, it was decent. Bayview. Now, Bayview was a small size map as well. This is what I noticed. A lot of the DLC maps were smaller than the standard maps. Like, why the fuck not just add these ones in there with that? It's all money driven, man. I understand you need to make a profit, but holy shit, man. They milked that game. They fucked up that game and milked it. It was bad. That's why I got such a bad review on it. It was a good game that they raped. They anally raped that game. They milked it. They milked that game. It was bad. So Bayview was exact same as Fog. It was decent. It had that weird cart you could get in, which was just there. It was just these dynamic maps. Why the fuck would you need that moving in the map? But anyway, look, not a big deal. It was there. The map was okay. I wouldn't say it was bad nor good. Containment was a standard size map. To be honest, I liked Containment. I like Containment. It was a standard size map, medium size, like for other games, medium size. And it was a good map. Now, it did have a weird thing. It had that weird, like, when you go in the middle of the map, your radar gets fucked. And you can't see on the radar. I don't know, because of that truck in the middle. But whatever. That didn't need to be in there. Like, why does that need to be in a COD game? But anyway, it was actually, I actually liked that map. I did, except for that weird middle bit of the map. Ignition. That map was, what was Ignition? Oh, I'm on my phone. I don't have the photo. It was Scrapyard. No, Scrapyard. Sorry, Scrapyard. Now that was the Modern Warfare 2 map, and I loved it. I love how they brought it back. Yeah, they changed up the texture and how the map looked and stuff, but it was identical to the Modern Warfare 2 one. Literally a remake. So fucking props to them. That was mad that they brought it back. Then you've got how do you read that? What is that? Behemoth? I don't know, man. Behemoth. That map was weird. That was that you're up on some... I don't even know how to describe that map. You were up on some platform. It was very skinny. I didn't like it. It was skinny, but it was long. Very narrow and long. And just... Not a good map. Not much to say about that one, actually. Not a good map. Ruins. Ruins was big. See, this is the thing. All they cared about was the fucking look and the graphics. The gameplay of that map was terrible. The map looked stunning. The map was a stunning looking map. Ruins, it was this old, I don't know, some Egypt thing, or looks like some pyramids or something. And it looked very, very good, but the gameplay just sucked. It was big. There was just it was a chaotic map. Unearthed. Now, that's Dome from Modern Warfare 3 redone, which, honestly, props for bringing them back. Now, I have two criticisms about that one. One, they added an extra walkway or some extra thing on the end. On the end, that's not a good description. What the fuck am I saying? How do I describe? At the top corner of the map where the building was in Dome, that weird beat up building, if you go run down like the corridor, if you look at the map, on the right side of the map, in the middle, there was like just one walkway into that building from the backside. But they added like this separate tube in the new one, why are you adjusting the map? Keep it the same if you're going to add it. And the second one was they added that big crane. They added a massive crane, which you could actually use. It was a dynamic one. You could use it. You could press X and go up in the sky and use it, which would be very stupid. You'd get killed instantly, but why is that in the map? You don't need that in the map. I guess it doesn't really... It's cool and useless, and to be honest, it should not be in the map. It's dumb. Why the hell is it in the map? Collision. Oh, I hated that map. That ship. Crashed into the bridge. Yeah, it's shit. I'm skipping that one. That's bad. That's a bad map. That is a shockingly shit map. Departed. That was that... I don't have the picture. That's that Mexican map. Okay. It was okay. That's it. It's just average map. Nothing really stood out about it. Then you had Pharaoh, that Egypt map. Very stunning map, but I don't care how it looks. It just not a fan of the map. I don't think it was too bad. Just not a fan of the map. It had a bit of a Modern Warfare 3 vibe to it. But at the same time, is in the dusty look and the way the map kind of was, but I don't know, just not my map at all. Then you had Mutiny, that pirate map. I like that map. I'll give it that. I actually liked it. Yeah, it was a night map. Or it was dark. I can't remember if it was exactly night, but it was a dark map, and I didn't mind it. I got to say, I did. I liked that map. And if you get a care package, and you're lucky enough to get their special streak, they had a special streak on each map, but I don't even know what half of them were. That one, you could get killer pirates or something, ghosts that come, and it's that's the kill streak. It's almost like K9, it's in Black Ops 2, but it's the ghost pirate or something. So it was a good map. Now, Favela. Oh, my God, they brought back Favela. They even named it Favela. Not a stupid name. Nothing was different about that map. Yeah, some of the textures, but that's it. The whole map was just identical. That was the best map. And Scrapyard. Those two, 10 out of 10s. That's the only good maps they had in Ghost. And you know why? Because they're not even Ghost maps. They're from older CODs. They're recycled maps. But that's the best thing, man. You had the Vector in the game, which not even a BO2 or the Modern Warfare 2 Vector, but man, you could still, it's old time, man, in that map, old time. Gold Rush was a unique map. Now, It was big. The lanes were weird, and it had lots of dynamic shit in it. It had the carts, which, to be honest, you have one map like that, whatever. Actually, the carts were pretty cool. I'll give it that. The carts were cool. Very glitchy, but like you would be inside the cart and die from it. If you move around, you could die as if you got run over by it, but you're inside it. It was glitchy, but the carts were cool, and it had that massive platform in the middle of the map that went up and down to the different levels. That was cool, but honestly, just keep it on one level. Don't keep moving it. Honestly, the carts are the coolest things, but definitely the map was too big. So like I give the map maybe like a 7 out of 10. You know, that Gold Rush I liked it. I liked Gold Rush, but there was some shit about it. Like the size, man. Get rid of half the map, but otherwise decent map. Sub-Zero was just a snow map, and well, I'd probably give it the same 7 out of 10. It was decent. That's all I can say. There's not much. A pretty boring map. Just a snow map. Pretty decent. Dynasty. That was the Chinese map. I liked that map. I actually liked the map. You know what I found interesting? Like the map overall was actually decent. I give it maybe like a 7.5 or 7. Rate it the same as the other 3. Honestly, the maps in the DLCs were actually better. I actually think more the maps. I actually think I liked a fair few of these maps. Man, if you didn't watch my other rant on the standard stuff, non-DLC, I like proper actually like maps. I don't think I liked any of the maps in the actual Ghosts. Maybe like one or something. I can't. There were some good ones, but they were good for Ghosts. That's it. There would be a shit map in any other COD. And the last DLC match, which, this one disappointed me. It sounded awesome. Shipment from COD 4 was coming back. Like, I couldn't believe it. But guess what? They fucking raped that map. They fucked up that map. Instead of just having standard COD 4 shipment in Ghosts, what the hell did they do? They made it, they called it Showtime and made it some fucking extension on it. The whole map wasn't even shipment. Just that center bit was shipment, but shipment just had that center bit. That was the whole map. The whole map was just that square. They made that weird, you could run around the outside of shipment, like the whole map, and they made all this new zone. It wasn't shipment. It was big. It was just a big version of shipment. No one wanted that. If they just left it alone and they just did shipment, same thing, whatever. Spice up the textures, I don't care, but just leave the map. It was a whole different map. Retarded. And I think if you get that special kill streak, that special care package, the special care package will drop, I can't fully remember, it would drop like 9 other care packages and have sentry guns come out of the wall and shoot, like as a kill streak, which is pretty cool. But the map, why did they add the extension around all 4 corners? The whole thing had this, it was like 2 maps put in one. It was like this other square bit of the map. It was all, you could run around the whole outside of shipment. It wasn't good. It added 4 new exits, and then it completely threw off the gameplay of shipment. It completely threw it off. It was, they fucked up that game and they fucked up that map.